Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. I want to share with you a quick story which is related to our family tree. You know, when we're dealing with maybe certain toxic patterns, are you dealing with certain toxic patterns connected or related to your family, like your mother, your father? And you may blame somebody. Like you may be blaming your mother for who you are today, or your father for who you are today. I wanted to share this story with you because when I was growing up, my mother was not really supportive to me. Like now when we're talking, she says like I was always kind of different. I couldn't tolerate hate or anger. And my mother was always not always, but often angry about me or about something I did differently. And the reason for that is because her mother was always angry, and she was literally always angry about things. She was always irritated about things because she was suffering. She was in deep pain because of her childhood. She was a hard-working woman, always serving others to provide to the family. So she was suffering, and she gave her suffering to her daughter, my mother. And my mother was always saying to herself, like, I never want to be like my mother. I will do everything that I can, so I will never be like my mother. But still we receive the patterns, right? We are copying our environment. As little kids, we are recording what's happening around us. And naturally we receive some of those behaviors, some of those response and reactions as a byproduct of growing up with having those people around us. So why I'm sharing this story? I'm sharing this story because when I was growing up, I was often angry about my mother. I often want to run away because I was not heard, I was not supported. And I felt like, not that I'm different in a sense, like I'm better or anything else, but I just felt like I don't want to follow same rules as most people. Like I want to find my own path. I was always creative. I was closed in my room, drawing, creating, thinking, dreaming, and that kind of brought me to a different path. I was thinking differently about life. Like when everybody was in one box, I always wanted to jump out and see what else is there. Is there another box I want to live in? Or I want to be free. I always wanted to be free. And that was something hard for my mother. So because I was never heard, I was never understood, I always had those conflicts with her, and I felt like she's always trying to manipulate me to be like how she wants me to be. And as a little kid, it's hard to understand that. So you think like your own mother is not understanding you. But then as I was growing up, always, building my life around different things I was passionate about, I started to notice that it's not her fault that she don't understand me. It's actually my responsibility to help her to understand myself. By me understanding myself, it will be much easier to explain to her who I truly am. And maybe I thought that maybe if I will learn more about myself, she will be able to learn more about herself. So I wasn't thinking about it consciously, but when I'm looking now into my past, I see that everything was aligning just like that. Because now we have such a beautiful relationship, such a beautiful connection. And I'm sharing this message today with you because I just came home. We had a beautiful celebration of her 50th birthday, and I was thinking about how much of our relationship changed, you know, since we were little to where we are right now. And we were not working on healing any wounds. We were not working on dealing with certain heaviness that was caused maybe by her or by somebody else in our childhood. And my father has nothing to do with that, because he was that kind, positive, loving guy, always kind of supportive, but he was working a lot, so he was not often present. So the thing is that when I've started following my passions, I've started building my life around those passions. So I've started reinventing myself because I found something that is more important to me than my past. Why it is important? Because I often receive messages from people which are saying that they are healing their wounds from the past, but their lives are not changing. Like, they're still attracting similar people in their lives. Like, just yesterday I received a message from a person who said that her mother was truly manipulative, and she started healing that wound, but she's still attracting guys in her life who are like a similar character like her mother. So the thing is, when we start healing our past, it doesn't mean that our life will shift completely. It just means that we'll start understanding our past much better. If we're consistently returning to our memories from the past, the purpose of it is to gain greater clarity, to see the truth, what actually happened there. But it will not help us to shift our life. It can help us to change our perception of life. It can help us to understand our relationships better, or the truth, what actually happened, because often we may make up stories about what happened just so we would feel better. So you see, healing will never shift our lives. It will help us to clarify certain memories and understandings. But then we need to decide, what will we do with our lives? What will we do with those understandings? So to me, I was always kinda purposefully driven. I always wanted to live my life with certain purpose. So back when I was in sports, that was my purpose. I wanted to evolve in it. I wanted to grow. I wanted to train, practice, build something out of it. And I was fully in, like all in. I was doing it all day long if it was possible to me. And it helped me to reinvent myself. I've met people which were like kind of same spirit or same-minded, and I've started building my life around it, and it changed me. I became a different person. I was not influenced by my family wounds anymore. I've started recreating myself around that passion. My character changed, my discipline changed, my mindset changed, my emotional health changed. And this was one chapter of my life. Then later in life, I started to recognize that even that sport is not actually helping me anymore to understand more of myself better. So I've noticed that at one stage, I felt like there's something else calling me. And that's where I felt called to draw once again. And drawing led me to painting. And when I started painting, it was like I've opened a channel for completely new ideas. I've started seeing visions. I've started manifesting these visions onto canvas. I've started that journey of I Draw My Passion and later AttractPassion. But this journey for me initiated a completely new expansion and awareness of myself. And when I've initiated that path, something truly powerful started changing in my family tree. My mother started evolving spiritually so much. And it was not like I would be forcing her to change, I would be providing her anything to change. I was buying her books, I was trying to change her and everything, but nothing worked. What worked was that I've started accepting myself as I am. When I've started finding myself for who I truly am, recognizing who I truly am and embodying more of myself, people around me started changing in that way as well. So you see, we are never able to force somebody to change. And even healing of the past will not make those major changes. It will initiate changes. But the biggest changes will happen when we actually dedicate our life to something that is bigger than us. Those are our passions, our mission, our purpose, something that is more important than our past. Past created us so we can create our future, right? And if we're constantly returning to our past, we'll just create more of the past. That's why so many people are constantly manifesting what they've already experienced in the past. Similar people, it can be a new person with a similar character because we are constantly returning in our past. So past created us so we can create the future. And we need to understand that, because wherever you are right now, it's important to know what will you do with what you know right now. And to find something you truly love to do. Because when we find something we love to do, it's like we invest our energy into something that is bigger than us. And when we start investing our energy into something that is bigger than us, it will change us. And it will change us in a way we can't truly predict, we can't truly imagine. And this is so big because that's what creates our lives interesting. An interesting life will create you an interesting person. An interesting person starts attracting interesting events, interesting people, interesting opportunities. And if we look, interesting people, they are way beyond toxicity. Interesting people are, people we feel inspired by. So when you make your life interesting, you will start experiencing more interesting things around you. You will say, oh, that person is really interesting. Oh, that event, that experience, it was really, really interesting. I can learn so much from there. And that's something truly interesting, truly incredible that starts happening. So healing the past, of course, is important, especially when we don't understand our past well. But I would never focus so much into our past than I would focus onto something that I truly, truly love to do. Because when we do something we love, we flow with that, we dance with it, we sing with it, we do it with a great passion. And passion is that fire which motivates us to take another step and take another step and one more time and one more time and one more time, and that's how we are making results. So I wanted to share this story with you because I never thought that I will have such a beautiful relationship with my family now. And I was truly not working hard on building relationship with them. Because often I hear people saying you need to truly work hard on relationships. But I think that you need to work hard on something you love, and everything else will be sparked with the love you're projecting to the world. Everything you care about will be touched by your love. When you do something you love, it is filling your heart. And when your heart is full, you can share that love with others all around you. So that's why I think it's so important to find something we are truly passionate about and to initiate our path into that direction, so we can see what else can we do, what else can we create, what else can we provide, how much can we grow, how much can we expand, how much can we learn, and who will we become if we don't stop. So my friends, fill your heart with love and everybody will be healed in your life, around you. And people who are not ready to heal will maybe fall out of your life for a moment, for a year, maybe for more years. But who knows? Maybe one day they will come back, they will forgive you, or you will forgive them. And you will create a new relationship, which is built on greater trust, on greater truth, and greater understanding, greater awareness. So truly focus on love, focus on what sparks that joy in your life, so you can fill your cup with that beautiful energy. So the next time when you meet your parents, maybe your friends, you're not there to preach them, you're there to give them some of that beautiful energy that is overflowing within you. That's to me something truly important that I've learned through my relationships with my family, and I just wanted to share this with you in case that somebody is dealing with that as well, and you may feel like you're not there yet, and maybe that video can help you to give you some reassurance that you don't need to force anything. Make sure that you are the greatest version you can be at this time, and everything else will be taken care of. You will see. Eventually everything else will align with that new version of yourself. So forgive if you feel that you need to forgive, let go if you feel that you need to let go, and work on what is truly important to you. This is it, my friends. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings and power. Have a beautiful day. Until next time, one love. Hey my friends, I have some great news for you. Because we received so many questions, where could you contact me to start working with me one-on-one, we finally designed a page where you can schedule a calling and we'll meet you there. We've also designed a code 20 off to receive 20 off for the first meeting, and the code is Passion20. If you will schedule a calling, write in Passion20 and you will receive 20 off for our first meeting. I'm looking forward to initiate the path together with you, and feel free to go and check it out. My friends, till next time, one love.